It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jacksonville comes out with a former #1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback. 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe already this season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
The Clemson product, he entered the league a couple years ago, Mike, as one of the best quarterback prospects we've seen really in the last decade. And it's easy to see why. When you put on the tape, right, his physical skills, his arm strength, they jump out at you. But now, if he's ever going to reach that full potential, he has to start placing an emphasis on protecting the ball. Get rid of the bag. There's so much good in his game. Don't let it be overshadowed. That's been the biggest knock of his career. If he can change that, the sky is the limit. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
He's got that to the rookie first-round pick, Brian Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Second down, Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
Truth be told, we might be talking about one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I mean, he's constantly talked about as if he's some fringe NFL starter, despite the fact, Mike, that he's been the focal point for a team that has completely turned things around since his arrival. Now, I don't know if we would classify him as this, like, elite super talent, but there's no denying this guy is a winner, and if he's under center, you got a great chance.
They face 2nd down and 7. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Jaguars offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now, 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Going for it all. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
They don't end up winning this game. Like, they're going to look back on that missed throw as being really the biggest reason why. They're just able to connect on that play. Not only is it a big play, but I think they find themselves with an opportunity for a walk-off touchdown.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Etienne.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Davis going in motion. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Open man is Davis. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Now a handoff. Etienne. And nothing. Nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Now here's Lawrence. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, it's Khalil Dorsey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. First and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end downfield. It's right. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Patrick motioning here. A second down throw for Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker, and they have turned it over on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Lawrence now to throw on first down. He'll find the rookie from LSU, Brian Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Nice play here by Thomas, and I think the biggest thing that he does, Mike, is his ability to get vertical, track the ball, and then go up and compete at the highest point. And I can tell you, when quarterbacks can throw that ball anywhere on the field and just feel like their guy is going to come down with it, they don't have to be necessarily as accurate. They don't have to necessarily always be perfect. The wide receiver allows a much larger margin for error, and it's a big reason why he led college football last year in touchdowns. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Back to throw. Lawrence. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
On third down, here's Etienne. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the second time. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Second down and 8. Goff to throw. Going up top. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Set to go now on first and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on first. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. Their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go forward on fourth.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On play action, Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker, the former first overall pick, in there for the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so he'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk, a heck of a catch. A big play to kick off this drive. 56 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. This one complete to Washington. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Jaguars extend their advantage to 14-3.
Lions 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. A gain of 48.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And he's going to be taken down. The Lions call their first timeout as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions are back within 4. It is 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he gets this up close to the 40. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. Third and a yard. Lawrence. He'll let it go deep left sideline. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Goff to throw. Oh, he coughs up the football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, a give to ETN. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. To throw is Lawrence. Now he takes off. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Lawrence now to throw on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If your quarterback is going to make a habit, like of operating outside the numbers or the outer third of the field, you better neutralize the EMO. So what EMO stands for is the end man on the line. It could be a defensive end, a linebacker, or any walked-up perimeter player who is responsible for setting the edge. You have to get them accounted for, because if not, you better keep your quarterback in the pocket, or else you're going to suffer a lot of sacks.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
He Peel it forward for maybe a yard. Foye Oluokun with the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff gives it to Gibbs. We'll get this to about midfield. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop. Third and 6. Now, Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
On first down, it's Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll go play action with Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. Lawrence on the draw, it's Etienne. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike. It's just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing is Lawrence. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Lawrence going to keep this himself.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down to the 37.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And he will score. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. They'll run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd down and 9. To throw is Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
He'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. footwork in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate, and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Etienne. Etienne has the first down, still going. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. Here's Etienne. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now Etienne. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Once again, it's Etienne. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
They'll run it here with Etienne. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Reynolds now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.